Hello, my name is Spencer Williams, a senior sports marketing and analytics major here at Mercer University. To talk about the Business SMA program, I have with me Eric Platte, who is Vice President of Ticket Sales for the Atlanta Hawks and an advisory board member for the SMA Club. So, Eric, other programs offer sports marketing majors, but not in their business school. Is there a benefit to having this program in a business school?
Yeah, definitely. I would say within the business school, when you start in sports, it's not just sports. At the end of the day, we are a local business with a global brand, and we're the only real business that gets their own section in the newspaper for the world of sports. So what we love about hiring people that are in the business school, they're not just focused on sponsorship, sales, marketing of sports. They're getting a more micro and macro perspective of the business world in general. Finance, accounting, a little bit of math, learning how to use the technologies, and we think that's really important. So when they come to the Atlanta Hawks or other programs, we know they're well-rounded. And if they're ever in a meeting with marketing, sales, analytics, or even finance, they actually know not only the jargon, but they can honestly speak some of the language.
So what does Mercer do well for students that want to work in sports?
Yes, Spencer, similar to you, the students that we usually talk to from Mercer are very well-rounded. So currently in our sales development program, we have 2 students. One actually got promoted just yesterday into one of our marketing type roles. But we love when we talk to Mercer students because we know they're not coming in with just a sports background or just a sales background. They are really well-rounded, and that serves well because every now and then we'll have a position comes open outside of sales. And the example just yesterday was exactly that. It was a assistant of our college ambassador program where we have 19 students across the Southeast that are really growing our brand, getting us leads, and making some sales. And so luckily we had a kid from Mercer in our program, did a great job and got promoted yesterday. That's gonna do really well for us, and we're excited for him to grow another piece of our business that we're rolling out in the 1920 campaign.
So Eric, could you talk about what kind of jobs are students going to be qualified for? They major in sports marketing and analytics, and could you talk specifically about Mercer students with what you know about our major?
I know for us, we have our sales development program, 12-month program that I started in it also. But even in our analytics team, we have analysts that start off as entry level. They have some experience, but not a lot, and there's a lot of on-the-job training. And same goes with our marketing team. We have a lot of coordinators and assistants that are helping us launch campaigns on the digital side, but also on the social side as well.
Cool. So I know you talked about it a little earlier with one of our former students being promoted within your organization. Can you talk a little bit more about what they do day to day?
Yeah, of course. So Brian Gibson started off in our sales development program a few months ago and was trained just like everybody else. And we were really excited to get him. Started off, did really well for us. And when you start in our sales development program, we kind of put you on one of the 3 tracks. One is group sales, focusing on 10 or more tickets. One is our new membership sales, focusing on new business year in and year out. And the other one is service and retention, where you're really trying to service and retain those clients for that residual income. For Brian, he knew right away he wanted to be in group sales, and that's what I loved about him. He had a clear focus. Recently we had somebody who had a child. He wanted to be a full-time mom, which we fully supported. So we had an open opportunity. We promoted the person that used to be in the role to a coordinator role, and Brian raised his hand that he was interested. So luckily for him, he did a great job. He put together an amazing presentation. We're actually going to be rolling out an expansion of our college ambassador program. We're going to be targeting high school students, also start an ambassador type program. Did a great job in the interview process. He put together a great plan. He'll be starting on Monday in that role. So we're really excited to have him. And furthermore, we have another guy right now, Corbin Skinner, another guy from the program doing a great job. Just yesterday, we went on sale with our 1920 season ticket on sale. Corbin had a great day. We're really excited to see what happens. And then in the future, in June, we have Justin Ripple starting with us. He was at the game last night, was able to see him, also starting our sales development program. Another guy that we're really excited to have with the Atlanta Hawks organization.
Well, that's awesome to hear that they're doing well. So can you talk about why someone would want to major in sports marketing and analytics?
Yeah, Spencer, great question. As you can imagine, I've been in the game for a while now, going on year 9 in June. I've spoken with dozens and dozens of universities, and the biggest reason why I've invested so much time, energy, effort, and really a financial commitment from the Atlanta Hawks is Dr. Wakefield. We think that what Dr. Wakefield's building here is special. A lot of other universities at times are always focused on research, not as much about advancing advancing the industry and advancing the careers of the students like you. And that's why I'm all in. Lane and I definitely get along really well. We're extremely candid with each other, which I also love. We always hold each other accountable. If I'm messing up, or if I think something he should do differently, we always had that rapport. And I think that's really unique, because to have that kind of rapport with somebody takes somebody without ego. And that's what I'm really excited about Dr. Wakefield. And I also know 10, 20, 30 years from now, who knows where he's going to be. And he's definitely a guy that I'm looking forward to continuing the relationship with. And to have a guy who really cares about his students, of advancing their careers and advancing the industry, that's one in a million. That's a great combination. So I feel very fortunate to be working with him, and I think you guys should all feel very lucky to work with Dr. Wakefield.
Absolutely. Could you talk a little bit about professional development opportunities and advancement opportunities that your first year reps have with the Hawks?
Yeah, of course. So for the Atlanta Hawks, like a lot of other professional sports teams, we start everybody off on a 12-month contract that's hourly plus benefits, plus overtime, plus commission. The 12 months is really for all about training and development, to making sure they're really understanding what the world of sales is and where it can take you. Within the department, you kind of have a track of 3. Group sales, which is tickets of 10 or more to churches, schools, and corporate. New season ticket sales, focus on a new business year in and year out. And then service and retention for that residual income to renew and service those accounts. After you get promoted to one of those 3 departments, that's where the fun really starts happening. You're in that department, and you're going to obviously focus on your goal, but you kind of have another path you can take. Either our leadership development plan or our premium plan. Our leadership development program runs 32 weeks out of the year. The first 12 weeks are especially fun. You're actually assigned a handful of entry-level reps, and you do what a manager does. So every single Tuesday morning, you actually host the training for them. And then on Thursday, we all meet as a group. We go through what happened, what went well. Also during that time frame, you're doing face-to-face interviews and over-the-phone interviews. And you're supposed to also have you have a sales goal, where you're trying to get so many deposits for the next year's campaign. You also do a speaker series, which is always a little challenging for people. Where they're actually doing a speech about why they're working sports, or what have they learned, or why do they stay in sports. After the 12 weeks are over, and you graduate from that program 2 times, you're able to do our Pod 2.0 program. This is a 20-week program that's really the grow and slow model, where we actually walk you through every single step of the path to be a future entry-level sales manager. So we take you from the recruiting all the way down to the nitty-gritty of an effort and hustle board. So it's something that we're really proud of. We're one of the few NBA teams that has something that robust. And what I love the most about is results. So currently we have over 10 people within our own organization who are graduates of this program that are in a leadership role. And then if you look outside the industry, there's another 20 people that have graduated from our pod leadership development program that are in leadership positions. So we think that really separates the Atlanta Hawks from other teams. On the other side of the world is the premium side. So the Atlanta Hawks, we just did a $200 million renovation to State Farm Arena, 3 event level clubs, 2 clubs in the mezzanine level, brand new suites. So we need folks who can sell corporate Atlanta products for not only their employees and clients, but also prospective businesses. That path, you go to our clubs team, led by Ben Brown, who also started in our leadership development program. And then from there, you can go to suites and corporate partnerships. So we like the opportunity that we can build a career path that's not just after your first promotion outside of the entry-level program, but it really sticks with you for 3, 4, 5 years. And really our tenure is tops in the NBA. We have people that have been there for 15, 20 years, but also folks like Corbin, who started just a few months ago. So we're really excited about that. We're proud of what we built, and we think truly, as long as we can keep growing people's careers, we'll continue to get top talent, and that's again why we're here at Mercer.
So what can someone in college now or about to enter college do to prepare for a career in sports?
Yeah, so again, what I love about Mercer is guys like you. We've heard a lot about your story where you're working a lot of the football, the basketball games. You're in here all the time. From the operations side, I heard you're sending out baseball tickets soon. That's effort. And at the end of the day, we cannot teach that. So that's number one. Like, how can you get involved in your university, either the intramurals, the actual university's athletics programs, or even the surrounding area? Another thing to look at is companies like the Atlanta Hawks. We had the opportunity for a college ambassador program where you're assigned at your actual university and you're there to grow our brand. Whether you're tabling at events, you're passing out t-shirts, you're doing group sales, you're growing our student pass program. Justin Ripple is a guy who's been in our ambassador program now since, I believe, his sophomore year, and now this June he'll be starting with the Atlanta Hawks. So I think any way you can get involved is huge. And I've also heard stories of folks who want to be on the marketing side. They just volunteer. They reach out to their local, whether it be minor league or professional league team, and they see how they can get involved. Any experience you can get is huge. And again, Spencer, that's why I think you'll be wildly successful in this industry, because you have what no one can teach, and that's effort, and we love that.
Well, Eric, thank you again for your time. We really appreciate you taking the time to give us some advice.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. If anyone out there wants to reach out to me, why I believe in what Dr. Wakefield's building at Mercer, or to learn more about the Atlanta Hawks program, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. And thanks for having me, Spencer.